Nope. Can't afford the lawsuit. Howdy. My name is Nonat, and this video felt very necessary, especially after yesterday's video. I wanted to be fully transparent with you guys because that kind of creator-audience communication is super important to me. A lot of you were probably blindsided seeing me talking about WotC Hasbro again after so long of silence not commenting on any of the multiple things they've done. Yeah, I'm not even touching that one. So, this video is about one thing. Yes, there will be more WotC Hasbro coverage and probably more TTRPG journalism coverage as a whole on this channel, but unlike my complete pivot at the beginning of this year, no, it will not be replacing Pathfinder Starfinder content. In fact, you can sort of look at my channel as having three main sources of content now. The two primary ones being Pathfinder 2e and Starfinder 2e, and then right down here in the middle, we've got a secondary WotC Hasbro / TTRPG news coverage. This video is to tell you why I'm making that decision to continue pursuing that kind of low-key journalism / voice amplification. Let's talk for a bit. Also, I hope this doesn't take too long because it is gross hot today, so let's get this done. I want to amplify what I just said. I have no plans to make my journalism TTRPG coverage the primary focus of this channel. Hopefully at most, one video a week, maybe, or if something huge drops, then I feel the need to talk about and inform you. But also secondary, I do enjoy covering these things. I do enjoy amplifying the voices of consumers who happen to share a stance with me, which, looking at my previous video, a lot of you do. And even for those watching who don't agree with my stances, you are also probably perfectly valid in where you stand, but I'm hoping you can also get something out of my video at the very least, simply from the informational aspect of it. I strive to talk about things as they are written and factual, and not let my own emotions and stances get in the way, not to bias me against what is actively being presented. But I also just enjoy learning, and that is the main aspect of this style of journalism, is research and learning more about what the companies are actively doing, how they are responding to audience feedback, and just as I get older, I like learning how every cog in the machine works, from the company level all the way down to the dice you're rolling at your table. So obviously I really enjoy doing this from a personal perspective, and so it is something I want to pursue as a side project on this channel. However, there are two main reasons that I'd like to spend the rest of this video talking about on why I'm going to keep covering especially the WotC Hasbro content. The main reason is I want to be a voice. You know, a lot of people are going to roll their eyes at that, but just as many people are going to hopefully be nodding their heads going, hell yeah, good for you. And before you rush to the comments telling me, oh, this video isn't going to change a thing, you're probably right. No single voice can ever enact any impactful change on their own. But every single voice gets added to the chorus, and the louder the chorus, the more likely someone is to hear it and react to it. And that's what we are always looking for when we do make videos about our stances on what important companies are doing that affect us and our interests. I know for a fact yesterday's video isn't going to change WotC's mind on AI artwork. Of course it's not. However, it is going to amplify my voice and hopefully the voices of those who agree with me, giving that chorus just a little bit more volume to stack on top of all the other voices who are saying the same thing, in hopes that those higher up may someday hear and register that, or if they've already registered it and are choosing to ignore it, make it harder to ignore. People are really quick to say that the community has no say in what a company does, but look at the D&D Beyond boycott and what that did. WotC Hasbro backpedaled on their entire OGL rewrite because everybody boycotted D&D Beyond. Yes, that took a very extreme boycott that would have cost them tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars, which obviously is how you scare big corporations, but it goes to show that the community is willing to work together for important things like this. The only reason it got to the point of the D&D Beyond boycott is because we kept complaining and WotC, Hasbro, and everyone else involved wasn't reacting, so people took more and more drastic steps as the company took more and more drastic actions. As such, I love being able to add my voice to that entire cacophony to hopefully lead to more of those actions and reactions so the companies know how we stand. So yeah, my videos are not some heroic solo stand against the machine, but it is hopefully one more straw we can add to the camel's back to inevitably break it for what we stand for. And the other reason I make this content, just being completely transparent, is it performs well. It is very clearly what you want to see. The metrics really don't lie. People like watching caustic content that really does put certain companies on blast or give out statements that are very strong and firm in what they believe in, especially if they tend to lean on the negative side of things. This is not new. YouTube has always loved, from an audience perspective, negative content. Nothing performs better than negative content except hyper financially influential content that could literally change the world. That tends to outperform negative, but I have enough money for chicken nuggets. I bought chicken nuggets for all of my players, but they only get to eat them if they can survive my one-shot. Like and subscribe and tell me who you think is gonna die in the session. That's my Mr. Beast parody video impression. But it's clear that not just from the viewership, but also from the like ratio. It's got like a 97% like to dislike ratio right now, which means it's clear you all do enjoy this content. And it gets just as many likes as my other content of similar viewership. So I know it's not just a small amount of people liking it and skewing the ratio. It is you, the audience, telling me we want to see more of this. You enjoy being informed and hearing my stance on everything that happens. And who am I to say no to that? If that is what you want to see, I am more than happy to provide that to you. It's sort of a win-win-win. You enjoy watching it and being informed. I enjoy researching and talking about it because of how it affects me and my interest in things as I grow up and learning how they work. And it helps the channel perform overall. There's really no reason not to cover this kind of content. I will, however, going forward, do a better job of remaining level-headed when making videos like yesterday's. The reason yesterday's was so emotionally driven was A, it was already like 6 or 7 p.m. when the information dropped, so I just made a video as fast as I could because it was very important to me, and B, I spent an entire 20 minutes recording a first take where my mic was muted, so I was also just upset at the situation. Going forward, I'm going to do my best to obviously keep it level-headed and especially be completely transparent and clear when I am talking about the facts of a situation versus my stance on a situation, because those are not the same thing and almost likely never will be. So I'll be doing my due diligence to clarify when I'm talking about one or the other in these kinds of videos going forward. I sincerely appreciate all of y'all for watching and liking yesterday's video. It's the best way to tell me, the creator, what you want to see. So I appreciate that. Look forward to me covering any kind of nonsense that WotC Hasbro might pull in the future, because it might be the start of something new, and not in the fun High School Musical way, but in the scary AI artist abuse way. Neat! Shout out to everybody who supports me on Patreon for allowing me to experiment with content like this, along with supporting all of the Pathfinder and Starfinder I create as well. Without y'all, there would be no channel. I sincerely thank you. That's all from me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, known at ones.